Hey guys, welcome back to the channel here. Finally got a good day to record. I got all the corn around me this year, so you know, the wind's down a little bit. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad, but you probably clicked on this video because I'm doing a comparison on why you should build all steel versus a traditional pole barn. So I bought this house back in August of 2023, and there used to be an old existing barn back here, but it was torn down before I bought the property, and it was just a beat up old barn pad. Sorry about the finger there. You can see, I'll show you part of the pad over here. You can kind of see there, just an old beat up barn pad. So I ended up leaving this part because the half that was over here was even worse. So I went to the drawing board about thinking of what I was going to build and stay in a decent budget. So I made a handful of things on this list I wrote up with why I think that the all steel is a better route than a traditional pole barn. And a lot of it has to do with price and time and stuff, but so my biggest thing out of everything, the reason I went with steel was price. So at Menards, I think I can get a 30 by 40 pole barn for a kit that would be shipped here to I drop all the supplies to build it here at my house for just over 10 grand with one 10 by 10 door and a one man door. This building cost me 10 grand, but it was delivered, installed, put up in 7 hours by a crew of 6 guys, and I didn't have to do any of it, just 6 hours. The other one is the same exact price. Granted, I get 5 extra feet both way, give or take, but it would have been more money in concrete also. And that's the other factor I was putting in for it. So this was a way cheaper route, and zero of my own time I had to put into building it, which was very nice. So I was able to get this thing up quicker than the other route of building one, which I was considering until the other things I was putting into factor were my time. I work 4 on, 4 off basically, give or take, 12-hour shifts. So every weekend I'd be out here working on the barn if I went the route of building the Menards kit. And the other thing is equipment. I don't have a loader, tractor, or skid steer or anything like that. I just have a pickup and whatnot, and I didn't have a way to hang trusses or drill my holes for my post if I was going to do a traditional pole barn, so I would have had to rent stuff or borrow or whatnot, and that would have costed me more time and money to do that. And yeah, I just didn't want to mess with all that either, because there's no way I was hanging those trusses and drilling those holes by hand. So I had to rent an auger and then some type of boom or some type of jib for a skid steer forks or whatnot to hang the trusses. Another big thing for me was I would have to have help too. So yeah, I got buddies and stuff, but they all work jobs and whatnot. But so I didn't want to have to ask someone or come out here and help me hang these trusses or put these posts in or hang this tin roof, whatnot. So I was able to not have to deal with that either. So that was a big win for me. It's just me out here living alone. So yeah, that'd be another problem. So you're probably asking if I ever got quoted for the exact same building for a traditional pole barn build, which I think I got a couple. I think one was just over 30,000 for this 24 by 35 and post frame construction. That was with the pad. I've spent just over 16 grand on this one with the pad and the building put up in 7 hours. So I think it was a win-win right there. And yeah, I really like this building. I mean, it's been great so far. I know the only complaints I ever have seen are like roll-up doors on these compared to traditional doors, which the roll-up door seems fine to me. It doesn't bother me. I never was planning on putting a garage door opener, which I've heard they sell kits that now on the side, up there on the sides that you can buy, but that's not something I wasn't particularly worried about doing. I was just happy I just wanted one 10 by 10 door. But sometimes I wish I would have done things different, but I think everyone that builds a barn wishes they would have done things different. But if I could give you guys any tips, I'll come outside and show you. One thing would be, I would have, well, you can see I would have recessed the garage door, which I didn't do because if it rains real hard, I'll have rain protrusion. Another problem is when you go to build these all steel buildings, they gave me an option. You could build it flush. You could put a drop down, which would have been cost more for my concrete, so I didn't want to. There's like an angle cut out, or you could do a little lip over the edge. I did a little like 2-inch lip there. I ended up coming back around and caulking all around it because the day they were building this barn it was raining. It was drizzling all day. So they couldn't seal it with their caulk, which kind of sucked because it rains so hard, I'll hit water start wanting to seep in areas. But after I caulked it, it's been fine. I haven't had any problems with that ever since I caulked it, but just little annoying things I wish I would have done different if I could have gone back. The only other inconvenience of a steel building over the traditional wood, which the over double savings, because I think it was, like I was saying, $30,000 for the same exact building post frame for a company to put up. The only minor inconvenience is running your wire. I figured the best way, I didn't see anyone else do this. I thought I was good. I got slack in it because I gotta add more outlets still. I haven't got around to it, but I just ran all my Romex through the inside of here, channeled it all the way around the barn. I got it back here going to outlets and stuff. I still gotta do a lot of organizing out here. I don't have it all how I want yet, but it's a work in progress. But I figured that was the cheapest, best way to run my wire. And I'm gonna add more outlets, so I got slack in it, like I said. That's kind of inconvenient compared to like in a pole barn. You got your 2x4s and 2x6s for your girts. You can just give those little tie downs for your Romex, nail those down, and kind of make it neater looking, I guess. And then for like my boxes and stuff, I just used all steel boxes. None of them straight back on there for my lights. And yeah, the lights hang easy. You got your metal purlings up there. I just hanged it off those. I actually use zip ties because the system that came with those lights are so light, like they weigh nothing. I got all these lights for 90 bucks on Amazon. They've been great. So I used zip ties around the purlings and those are hanging those up, so that worked perfect. It was the best solution I could come up with what I had. And they all look good, so I'm happy with it. And yeah, just hanging stuff's a little more inconvenient in these all steel buildings, I'd say, compared to traditional wood, but really, like, I'd hang that for my license plates, the piece of plywood on the wall there, but it worked. I mean, OSB, not plywood. It worked for that, and I thought about doing that in more areas, but I haven't decided. But yeah, it's pretty good overall. Just hanging stuff is a little more inconvenient, which is not for the price difference. I can deal with that all day long. Like I said earlier in the video, I think at least I did. These buildings are like 150, 140 mile an hour wind guarantee through the company. So if you're worried about like it not holding up as good as a regular pole barn, like they guarantee it, you know. And I mean, after that much wind, it's insurance anyways, probably. But I think the structural integrity of them is great, honestly, for what it is. And I'm just real happy with it and can't beat it for the price. Here's a quick, complete view, I guess, of the shop or whatever. I got 2 side doors just because of that lean-to I added to the side. You guys go check that video out too. My channel, building that thing, that's pretty cool. And you guys got any questions about building one of these steel buildings, if you plan to do one or whatnot, leave a comment down below. I'll try to answer it. I did tons of research before building this one and choosing between the two, and I just came up with the steel. Just the main reason, the amount of money you can save building these. I don't know how many people realize that compared to a traditional pole barn, but it's a pretty big difference of everything, at least central Indiana here, what I found. If you're going to have another company put it up and not doing it yourself, steel is way cheaper to go compared to traditional pole barn. So like I said, if you have any comments, put one down below, leave a like, hit the subscribe button if you don't mind, it's free. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs this year, and thanks for watching, guys. Till the next video.